now is that lately Chelsea has been struggling because with Caicedo and Fernandez, Caicedo probably should be a pure six, but he can be an eight too. But if you're going to put him as an eight, then you're going to have a second guy who can be a CDM as a six. Okay. But with Cole Palmer, and I think that's kind of like what happened today. And they could only do this, they could only have two CDM-ish type players because Cole Palmer was there. If Cole Palmer was injured, they couldn't do this. But what they did was they brought Reece James in, is Reece James a left back or a right back,
He's
by the way?
actually a left back.
Left back. They brought him into the CDM position in midfield, which allowed Caicedo to play as an eight, which allowed Fernandez to roam, and which allowed to roam and go a little bit forward, and which allowed Cole Palmer to go far forward. And that was a complete midfield. And then they had what's the other guy, Gusta. Gusta would sometimes invert to add numbers. And now what we're seeing in football is that with 4-3-3, 4-3-3 only works if defenders can invert to add numbers into the midfield, but can also come back and track back. So that's what you saw today was a beautiful game in which Caicedo was able to play as an eight. Then you have Reece James coming there and inverting, playing as a number six when he really should be a defensive player. But it doesn't matter because could also come in, and also Reece James could drop back. So it allowed Caicedo to come forward and let Reece James be the link between the defense and the midfield. Caicedo does work a little bit far further with Fernandez, and between the two of them, they link the ball to Cole Palmer. And then you look at with Gusta, Gusta played left or played right back.
Right,
Gusta.
right, yes.
Gustavo. He
Right
played
back,
right.
right
He
back.
even had a goal today because he was able to invert, come into midfield, and there was so much creativity and balance that the team really looked really good. Now moving forward, um, who did um who did Reese substitute for?
Normally it should have been Fernandez and Caicedo in midfield, but like you rightly
Oh, so they added
mentioned,
numbers,
yeah, but
so they
like you
should.
rightly mentioned, Caicedo and Fernandez, they don't have the right balance. Most of them, both of them are CDMs. So what the tendency is for them to want to sit, and then they leave acres of space. They can't connect the forward
Yeah.
line. So, but with Reece James is a defender, but he's very mobile. He can run with the ball. He can connect the attack from the defense. So I think it was a very, very
So
good
who played left
idea.
back for them today to 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 cover for Reese
Left,
James?
I think it was Cucurella as usual. Cucurella played left back, Gusto played right back, and then the center backs were Fofana and Chalobah.
Okay, so Gusto was so usually though usually where does Reese play, left or right?
Reece plays left. Sorry, right.
So where does
Pardon.
Cucurella play when Reese plays like he plays on the right? Yeah.
So Cucurella plays left, Reece plays right. But today, Reece played in the midfield in
Yeah. And then
Caicedo's
so
absence.
Gustavo usually it doesn't usually start. Gustav doesn't usually
No,
start.
but
Yeah,
if
yeah.
he starts, he plays as a seven. He plays as a winger. So
Okay,
it
so
was a,
so basically what you're saying then is that they just rearranged and they added. Remember I said it on our last show they need a double pivot. So
sure.
now they had Reece James and Caicedo as the double pivot. But even though it's a double pivot, Caicedo is still a little bit more advanced on the field. And isn't that what we said that they need to do? And then, but also it made it so much better because this guy was playing too, Cole Palmer.
Obama, yes.
So that was actually what you see that if they have that setup, that's actually the best midfield in Europe right now with that setup. But it has to have Cole Palmer, Caicedo, and Fernandez. When you have Cole Palmer, Caicedo, Fernandez, and someone else as a pivot, that's the best midfield in
Yeah,
football. What
sure.
do you think?
So I think
Yeah.
Palmer's coming back
Oh,
from
it's close.
injury.
Man City fans will argue too. Yeah.
Yeah, Cole Palmer coming back from injury was I mean, it's has brought a lot of freshness to that team. He has vision, he can shoot, he can score goals, he can run with the ball. He's very unpredictable. He runs into pockets of spaces that defenders cannot pick him up. So he has introduced a lot of problems to the opponents since he came back. And he's a proper number 10 that can link the striker. So I think it's good for Chelsea that they have him back. And they have very good wide men too. Pedro Neto. I think today they played Garnacho on the other wing, and then João Pedro
Yeah, yeah.
played as number
Also,
nine.
they had Garnacho. Yeah, and Garnacho is usually he's a winger, right? He's a
Yeah, he
winger,
likes to play from the left though, although he's right-footed.
but
He likes to play from
he's
the
also
left.
able to invert into midfield too, very well,
Midfield as
pretty
well,
good.
yeah. So
So yeah, so that was a
it's a
very
very fluid system.
the way. Yeah, and I think this guy should be taking notes because we are the coach of Chelsea. What's his name? I'm drunk.
Maresca, Enzo Maresca.
And I can't forget that guy's name, and I call myself an analyst. Maresca. Yes, yes. Maresca should take notes. Also, Klopp should take notes. Every time you do something that works, try it again. Don't try something radically different the next game. Do you see what I'm saying? But of course, the best is Guardiola, because Guardiola makes alterations from game to game, but his alterations
Yeah,
always make sense.
yeah,
Guardiola makes adjustments. Some of these coaches, they just do experimentation. There's a difference between adjusting and experimenting. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
I think these
That's
guys
why
went
I
to their
like
two
Guardiola. He doesn't buy specialist players. He buys players that are adaptable.
systemic players. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So we're done. Yeah, I'll ask you if you can do a video for, I mean, not a video, a thumbnail for the Chelsea one. I'll send you the notes.
No,
Okay.
it's okay.
Take
All
us
right.
out.
Yeah, it's been another brilliant show. We have been discussing Chelsea and their victory over Everton 2-0. Manu Gusto and I think it was Palmer that scored the second goal. And from Mustafa and myself, we're back again.
Thanks. I'm like, this shit is crazy. We just did back to back to back. That shit is, you know what they say? There's a thing they say in the US when stunt people do stunts. They say, children, don't try this at home. That means it's too difficult for you to try. Like if you see somebody ride a motorcycle and jump over a bridge, don't try this. Don't try to do 3 shows on front suspension geometry. Chelsea, that shit was good though. All three were good today, right? They were good.
Yeah, sure, sure.
So you're done. We don't have to tomorrow. You can take a day off. So you've done 12 shows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
12.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send you this information for the. I like that thing you're using. That one was cheeky for Nigeria.
Yeah, very cheeky.
All right, we'll talk later.
All right, sure.
Yeah.